Hi guys, this is Ankita and you're tuned into peepingmoon.com. The countdown has begun for Extraction, which is soon going to hit
Mhm.
Netflix screens in next few days. So let's say hi one by one. Hi Randeep.
Hi, hi.
Hi Priyanshu.
Hi, hi,
Hi Rudhraksh.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Hope you're all
hi.
safe.
How are you?
I'm good. I hope you all are safe, staying home, and fingers crossed for the big release.
Yeah,
Oh
truly
yeah.
very excited.
So I'll start my first question with you, Randeep. Precisely. This couldn't have got any bigger and better. It's like Russo brothers are jumping straight from the Marvel universe and action with us. Uh, Tell me honestly, did you have any kind of Marvel connect before you had an idea you were going to be a part of this project?
Uh it is a it was a huge thing when I found out that it's Russo brothers and there's just an Avengers and the Marvel universe. The whole world's a fan of it, and I am too. And you know the kind of reach it has, the kind of from age group reach it has, kind of
Yeah,
geographical reach it has is absolutely huge. And to be a part of that and to be in a movie with Chris and directed by Sam, it was always going to be a big thing. And when I read the script, I felt like, hey, this is Rambo, and we are so it was good fun, and we had a great fun making this movie. It was tough, and it's as big as it gets. I've never been a part of such action or an action flick of this kind till now. And just to see how it's done, what we have been seeing in the big Hollywood movies, and now you're in it and it's happening to you, and how it's being done around you, and you somewhere know how it's going to turn out. So it was a feeling of, yeah, man, and I had not worked for 3 years prior to that, so it was for me like, okay, here, there's Guru Sahib is blessing you.
yeah, truly.
Um, Rudraksh, if I am not wrong, you are a self-admitted Avengers Marvel fan. What was your
Yes.
reaction?
I mean, when I auditioned for this role, I was called by Test Ma'am for this action thriller. I went through 5 to 6 rounds, and then I eventually bagged the role for Extraction. Then she told me that the director of this movie is Sam Hargrave, and I was overwhelmed because I knew Sam Sir's past. He's done a lot of action directions for all the Avengers films, and I'm a huge fan of Avengers. Um, and then he auditioned me for some few tough sequences also, and then he told me that you will be working with Chris Hemsworth. When I heard that, it was a dream come true because I was stunned. My heart skipped a beat, and I was like, I went to my mom. She was praying outside. She was like, please, please, because I wanted a big break. Then I went to her and said, Mommy, इसमें Chris Hemsworth है. And she said, वो कौन है? I was like, Mama, आप Chris Hemsworth को नहीं जानते? वो Thor है. I mean, वो कौन है? I mean, Randeep sir, she just knew you. She had a crush on you. You know, I mean, she's your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working with
I
somebody
mean,
whose mom's got a crush on me. Oh God.
she loves you. We all love
No,
you.
I feel
You're so
old, bro.
talented.
I feel old, bro.
No, no.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Priyanshu, you tell me, Priyanshu, what was your first reaction that you are one of the villains, or I would say the villain opposite Chris? Like, what was it like? What was your first thing which popped into your mind? Like,
I couldn't believe again as everybody is saying, this was like somebody like Rudy. I've also been a big fan of Marvel, and so the last film I've seen is Avengers, where the villain was Thanos, and then suddenly you're like, but I'm too young to play and thin to play a villain opposite Chris Hemsworth. But no, the character was such, and it was very interesting for me to become a mafia and go into that world and try to be menacing, but at the same time not try to be like a typical villain because it's also written in the script. They've written it very well. They gave me a very good prep time to actually learn the language, understand what really happens in Bangladesh, kind of mafia which goes inside. So that for me, and when obviously when I was told that it's a Russo brother film, it took me time to digest that. Okay, this is the
Yeah.
guys who make the Avengers, right? This is their film. So I remember watching it like 5, 10 times with Tess. She's like casting director, and she's like, yeah, it's the Russo brother film. It's the Russo brother film. And then I'm like, okay, there's a lot of work now which has to go into this because this is a big break. This is definitely a big one.
Yeah, I even could not digest
Uh,
after hearing Russo brothers is the producers and the writer of this film. I mean, oh God.
okay, Randeep, this probably couldn't get any bigger. If we have Chris from Hollywood, you were the biggest face representing the Hindi cinema. Uh, and if I am
Uh,
not wrong, this was all of first for you. Like I will continue my question. Like an English language film for such a big OTT platform, the coolest, Rambo-esque like action, a new look. How did it all fall into place for you as an actor?
well, I got a call from Tess, and I was busy in my head with a movie called Saragadi, which never actually finished, and I was in no mood to, I'd been being offered parts to, cut my beard and hair, and I was in all this the sick mindset, and then. Just before, even when I got the casting call, I thought, I'll be busy with this. I won't go do that. And then I went for the audition anyway. And then I got the news, or I got the feeling, and I deduced from the situation that that film is finally not going to happen. So for me, it was a big step to get out of that. The first time I talked to Sam, I had a big beard, long hair like his, and then I tried to convince him if that look could work, but he said, then I thought, might as well give it a good shot. So then I came on it, and we went on. I went a few weeks before the shoot for rehearsals. And then when I first time I saw the kind of action sequence they had devised, and they told me it's with Chris Hemsworth, I looked at it and I said, "Hey, I don't know what I've got myself into. Which injury could you have?" But then slowly, they broke it down for you. Daniel Stevens, Thayer Harris, and beautiful stunt guys who doubled for me, Dan Carter and Anthony. Dan actually hurt himself also in the shoot. So watching
Yeah.
all this, and going through the steps, and then doing this big physical role with so much prep and people, it's like gladiators fighting in the Colosseum kind of feeling. And yeah, so it really was a new experience, and I had not done out and out physical fist out action in any of my films in the last so many years that I have been working, and this turned out to be that. And for me, it was a new space, going from drama to this, and yeah, but uh, I'm very glad and I'm very thankful that I got to be a part of it, and I try to do my best. That's all.
Uh, Rudraksh, you mentioned in one of your interviews that you might as well become part of the next Avengers film. Like, that's how involved you were with this entire project. Your chemistry with Chris, the bromance, I should say, on Instagram is
Yeah.
taking it all over. What was that comment about? Like, the next Avengers? Seriously, guy?
So this happened last year, and actually, I just came back from Extraction. The shoot of Extraction was completed around Feb, I remember. And then recently I got the news that Joe Russo is coming to Mumbai for the Endgames promotion. So I just emailed him, and I was like, I didn't email him. He emailed me, and he said, Rudy, we would like to meet you in Mumbai. So I was like, oh shit, it's Joe Russo's mail. And I told my mom I was going crazy. I told her, yeah, of course we should go. And it was in Taj Lands. We went there. I was truly very excited because it's my first time meeting the writers of Avengers, the directors. I went there. I met Joe Russo, sir. He said he appreciated my work in Extraction. He loved what I did. He liked the chemistry that we had in Extraction, and I feel the bond that built in Extraction with Chris sir and Sam sir and Randeep sir also is it's very special. It's a very brotherhood friendship kind of bond. So he appreciated my work and he told me that he will cast me for another movie also, and you don't know, it may be Avengers also. So yeah,
Okay,
Wow.
so Priyanshu, like I have see the film. I will not giving away any kind of spoilers, but it's a question I wanted to ask as an audience. This looks a perfect fit for a big screen. Was it like when you guys must have seen the final product? Was there a tinge of like, oh, it should have been a theatrical release than an OTT release? Did you also feel? Because I felt so.
I mean, when I saw the film, I was just telling, even when we have spoken internally, because all my scenes are just with my gang members just sitting inside the mansion and giving orders. I didn't know what scale this film is. I didn't know what action these guys have been doing. And when we saw it, look, it's a massive scale, proper production. And Sam, who comes from an action background, who's directed action, imagine his film, he's gone way ahead. He's taken the level up. So as I'm saying, there's that one, that long stretch, 10 minute, which is great. It just keeps you hooked. When you're watching it
yeah,
on your screen in your house, it is so gripping. Imagine when you would watch it on a big screen. So I think it was a film like that. But now in these times, I mean, we're still happy that it is on Netflix. It is releasing well on Netflix. We have a platform
yeah.
like this to showcase the film everywhere, and it'll just increase.
I,
I think people need something like a
I
fighting thing
hope
right now
I
to
Yeah,
hope
watch
yeah,
I hope
something
it
with action.
takes the stress away from people, takes
yeah.
takes their
Yeah.
mind off things for a while, and I hope I'm pretty sure that they'll be taking their mind off things with the help of extraction many times over, because it's that kind of film.
Yeah.
And one last question before I send goodbye to everyone. Tell me just each one of you the experience of working with Chris, because there is a huge hype. Everyone wants to know. We start with you with Randeep, followed by Rudhraksh and Priyanshu. Last one, something for Chris, because he couldn't be here and joining us, and so yeah, we will be taking it from
Well,
you.
we missed out on the whole team traveling to Bombay, and Chris as well. I think
Yeah.
it's a feather in his cap as an actor. He's done something which he's not probably done before, and I've been very admirer of his work since I saw Rush, and he was very down to earth, thorough professional, like big, nice, sporty Aussie guy, and he's got a inherent charm, and he's wonderful to work with, and he really gives it his 100%. His physicality is just so thing, and he's like a kid at heart, which is always good.
Yeah. I mean, Chris sir has a great
You
sense of humor. I have always
Yeah.
been his fan. I mean, I have grown up watching his films. I mean, so many Avengers, and I mean, it was my childhood dream to work with him. So when I met him the first day, I was starstruck. I was mesmerized, and when he walked on the set, he's super fit, handsome, and the first thing that my eyes went on was his muscles. That's all. I mean, I was mesmerized by his muscles, and then I got to take back a lot from Chris sir. It is a very great learning experience for me. He coined a few nicknames also for me, like Rudy Roosters, Little Legend, and I will always cherish working with him. And yeah, he's given me his beautiful teachings that I will always adore. And yeah, he's a great personality. And the way he portrays his character is with such uniqueness is incredible to watch. And this is the side of Chris Hemsworth you have never seen, I bet.
and lastly, you Priyanshu.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the film side, I think I would say something, a kind of a performance. I've been his fan again from the film Rush, and of course as Thor, but here he's given another level of different performance. I think what he missed out on, as Randeep was saying, we had that Mumbai promotions planned out. They were planning to come down to Mumbai, and
Yeah.
when I told my people, like my friends, every woman I know was like, Chris is coming. I want to be with you for the promotion because they want to meet Chris. He's got a major fan following. Like every city, every woman or kids, they love him. I think he missed out on that, but sadly because of the lockdown. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's gonna get a lot of love from India for this film. Definitely, it's a
Chris,
brilliant
you're
one.
being missed.
That
Yes.
rhyme.
Thank, no. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining us and wishing you all the best for your film.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.